Masks are back as COVID cases surge ahead of the holidays, where you could be required to put yours back on.
The clouds move in overnight. We'll time the arrival of some of those showers by tomorrow morning.
Looking for your next great binge? New York Live chats with Hawkeye's Jeremy Renner about the gritty new thriller Mayor of Kingstown right after this. This is News 4 Now for December 10th. I'm Kay Ingram. And y'all, I've got some not so good news. COVID cases are going back up. They're calling it the winter surge. And the mask mandate is going back around the tri-state area. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has announced an indoor mask mandate for all businesses who don't have a vaccine requirement in place statewide. It starts on Monday. It'll be in place through January 15th and will be reevaluated to see if cases and hospitalizations go down.
We are enacting a statewide indoor mask mandate unless a business has a vaccination mandate. Many people in New York City are already dealing with this. Been dealing with it for a while. You've been doing great. And that is why your hospital capacity is good. That's why your vaccination numbers are high. Your infections are not as high as the rest of the state.
Now here in the city, there's already a mandate for indoor dining, entertainment, and gyms. So masks won't be required at those places. The governor says the vaccination rate needs to speed up. Hospitalizations statewide are up to their highest levels since April. Wild video out from the NYPD. Check out this body camera video from October just now released. Officers opened fire on a BMW in the Nomad neighborhood. This is footage recorded by several officers on October 11 on West 28th Street between 5th and 6th Avenues. The BMW, driving on the sidewalk, is believed to be linked to several high-profile jewelry robberies outside high-end Manhattan restaurants. The video shows officers trying to get the car to stop. Police were eventually able to arrest one of the men in the BMW, 19-year-old Wilson Mendez. Officers say they also confiscated this semi-automatic pistol from the car. Several other suspects got away. All right, now for a story we've been following and bringing you updates on all week. The Fox News Christmas tree is back. It's lit and it's ready for the holiday season after it was lit on fire. Crowds gathered outside the company's headquarters right here in the city Thursday night for the lighting of the new tree, just one day after police say a man torched the original one. And the suspect, he's out of jail, set free under the state's new bail reform laws. 49-year-old Craig Tamanaha was released by a judge after getting charged with a long list of crimes, including arson and reckless endangerment. The criminal complaint says Tamanaha told investigators that he thought about lighting the tree on fire all day long. Police Commissioner Dermot Shea says Tamanaha has a long rap sheet with low-level out-of-state arrests. He's scheduled to be back in court early next month.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Felt like December today. That meant temperatures starting in the upper 30s, ending up in the upper 40s. We've had some clouds from time to time. That'll take over overnight, and then we'll start to see occasional showers during the morning hours, and then we wait for the cold front. Temperature-wise, not bad, into the mid-40s for low temperatures, some 30s to the north and west, but that's sort of half the story. We're actually going to see those temperatures bottom out just after midnight and then start to rise out ahead of those showers and that cold front. Those south winds really picking up, and that's going to help bring us close to record highs tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, though, those gusts in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range, that's later in the day, starting off just breezy, winds out of the south about 10 to 15 miles per hour.
Now, before he takes aim in Marvel's upcoming Hawkeye series, Jeremy Renner is suiting up in a different kind of crime drama. New York Live caught up with the Oscar nominee and the cast of Mayor of Kingstown to get the scoop on their exciting new thriller. Check it out.
Your careers.
It's gritty.
Fix-it men.
It's gripping.
Part-time gangsters.
And there's a pretty good chance it'll be your next TV obsession. It's The Mayor of Kingstown, starring Jeremy Renner.
Every once in a while, it's nice to remind them. They're the prisoners, not us.
So I've been geeking out about this series, and I was trying to explain it to somebody. So I said it was like Breaking Bad meets Training Day meets Yellowstone meets The Sopranos, and I feel like I'm not doing it justice. What's going on in this town?
Everybody in this town works for the prison or is in the prison.
It's kind of like bad dudes doing bad things to even badder dudes.
And then the guy that makes the engine in this town work is the mayor. He's the grease of all the things of the workings of this prison.
So I can already tell that your characters are going to bring the chaos, the trouble. What are you allowed to tell us about them?
I mean, Milo is really the catalyst for all the chaos that happens with my character. He's my boss, and when things start going south, I really start to remember and realize that he's my boss and that he's actually a very dangerous man and probably in prison for a reason.
So Hugh, I was reading that this was actually 12 years in the making. This was an idea that you and Taylor had?
Well, Taylor Sheridan was my acting coach. You know, we were two broke actors in Hollywood, and I just finished a movie that gone to Sundance with Vera Farmiga called Down to the Bone. I moved to LA, didn't know anybody, and I was like, and in that we'd put our work aside and we'd start talking about, it's about dreams and perseverance. Well, what would we really want to do if we could do it? And he, you know, would talk about what would become Sicario and Yellowstone, and I would talk about what would become Kingstown.
One thing everybody should know about this series.
When you have Taylor Sheridan at the helm, you're going to get something entirely different than what you're used to seeing. You're going to get something that's one of a kind.
If you've ever had a dream and you can persevere, this proves that it can happen.
You're going to want to watch it. You get ready.
I'll second that. I'll second that.
You could stream The Mayor of Kingstown November 14th on Paramount Plus.
All right, this next video is all kinds of crazy. It's a demolition derby involving a dump truck in New Jersey. Y'all, it's kind of surprising that no one was seriously injured. We've even got some of it caught on video, and you will not believe how this one ends. Here's News 4's Brian Thompson with this bizarre story.
A fireball lit the sky over Brick during rush hour Wednesday night. Seconds later, the surveillance video showing the cause, a dump truck hauling a trailer with an excavator, its arm partially extended, rolling down Route 70, taking out traffic lights after catching an overhead wire.
I'm calling. Are you calling about the wire down at Beacon 70? Yeah, they just hit one. They just hit our car. Are you okay? Is the wire on your car? No, it's behind us now. We were able to get through it.
6 miles down Route 70, now in Toms River, that same truck and trailer lost the excavators. It tried to turn right onto Whitesville Road, crushing this minivan with the driver inside.
The trailer that he was pulling actually was flipping like this, and it fell right on top of the car.
But as pictures showed, damage just missed the driver, who was able to scramble out. While inside, child seats show what could have happened if she had her children with her.
It would have been over. Yeah, definitely would have been fatalities.
As repairs were made to the traffic lights back in Brick, police could reflect on how close these two communities came to something worse.
Kind of surprised that it didn't take anything else down on the way there.
And the video showing that truck, trailer, and excavator said to them that it had been improperly loaded after a day of work.
Correct. I would say that would be operator error.
We went to his home today, but the driver declined to speak with us. So what are the consequences of all this for the driver? Well, a lot of tickets. Here in Toms River, careless driving. In Brick, careless driving. Leaving the scene of an accident, failure to report an accident, and improperly loading a vehicle. In Toms River, Brian Thompson, News 4 New York.
All right, friends, well, that's it for today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week.